Hello, friend. Namaste to all masters and friends. My name is Sudhakar. I live in Edison, New Jersey, USA. I've been in spiritual process for last 2 years and I've been meditating for more than a year. In this year-long process, so much transformation happened in my life. My life became so happy, so blissful. My relationships with kids, with family, and others are wonderful. I'm happy every moment and every situation. This is because of my meditation and also a wisdom that I acquired from reading multiple books and also getting knowledge from other senior masters who already mastered the life on earth. Today I'm here to give you some knowledge on spiritual process. This will help every master, every person, whether you meditate or not. This is very important knowledge for everybody. So I'm here to give you knowledge on the 4 principles of creation, because this creation, the universe runs on these principles. There are 4 principles, they're basis of this universe. So I have a feeling that every person who want to live a happy and a blissful life on the earth should know these principles and understand these principles, and you have to master this principle. Once you master this, and your life become amazing, your journey become a great. Let us see what are those principles. The first principle is the love, the unconditional love. The second principle is health and well-being. The third one is abundance, and the fourth one is creativity. These are the 4 principles. First, let us ask a question. Why should I know these principles and why should I master these principles? Because everybody has to master these principles. Whoever has taken a birth has to master this 4th principle. Why should I master? You need to master these 4 principles in order to master the life on earth. So, you need to master the life on earth. So, why should I master the life on earth? Is there somebody assigning a task to me or a challenge to me, hey, you go and do it? Or is there somebody controlling me like authority, higher authority? You need to go on earth and do all these things? Is there somebody forcing you to go there? No. Remember, my dear friend, there is nobody who is sending you out there to perform or do some work on earth, or enjoy some pleasures or go through a suffering or pain, because it is everybody took a choice. It's your own choice. You took this challenge. Okay, you want to learn some lessons on earth, on the physical plane. So you took the choice and came here. Unfortunately, after coming here, we forgot what the challenge that we took. Before we understanding the life on earth or mastering the life on physical plane, we need to understand, or we need to have a answer for the question, who am I? Who am I? If you understand who you are, then you'll better understand these principles, and you better understand the life on earth, and you'll better understand the purpose of your life. So let's understand, who am I? Am I this body and the mind, or am I more than this? Am I just this physical body? Is there higher than the physical body? This is a question everybody should answer themselves and find out the answer. So the answer is, a lot of people think that they are just the body and the mind, which is physical body and the mind. Remember this, my friends. You are a extension of your non-physical being into the physical body. You are a non-physical being, okay, living in a physical body. This physical body, we are living in this physical body. Okay, this body belongs to us, but it is not you. This is important to know. Remember this. Anything on this earth which is physical has a non-physical thing. For example, let us take our brain. Brain is part of our physical body. Okay, brain is physical, but the mind is not physical. So, but brain is just it's a connection or mediator to connect your mind. So mind, which is non-physical, you cannot see the mind. It is a non-physical. Same thing, the thoughts which are generated in the mind, they are non-physical. The electricity that is passing in your physical body is a non-physical. So you need to understand this, my dear friend. Everything physical has a non-physical thing attached to it. We are also same thing. We are basically a non-physical being. Okay, we are like consciousness or the soul inside this physical body to go through some kind of experiences on the earth, to learn some lessons on the earth. How you will learn, what you will learn, all those your choices. You already planned for it. That's individual person go through different experiences and different process of learning. That's a different thing. If you understand this is very important. You are a non-physical being living in a physical body, then you understand the life on the earth. You'll make your life amazing on the earth plane. So now you got a better idea of who you are or who am I. So since you took this challenge, the challenge of earth, and you took a life, you took a birth on the earth, so you have to master this, because it is your own choice that you want to master this life on earth. So you need to understand the universe works, how the creation works, because we are creating everything on the physical plane. It could be health, or could be wealth, or love or relationship. Everything we are creating here. So it is important to understand this, the 4 principles of creation, and these principles are the basis for the creation of the universe. They are inside of you. It is just that you need to remember that you have it. You need to realize that you have it. So let us look at the first principle, that is love. It is not the love that is between 2 people, or it is not a love that is between men and women, like otherwise mother and a child. That is just emotional relationship. The actual meaning of love is total acceptance and total allowing of what it is and how it is. So I repeat it, it's total acceptance, allowing. You need to accept the way it is. You need to accept the people how they are. Then it is called love. For example, you take a situation, or you take a person, or you take incident, whatever is happening, however the person behaves, or however the person is, if you accept him totally the way he is, and if you allow him whatever he wanted to do, that is called love. That's called unconditional love. Because you are not having any expectations, or you are not putting any conditions on the person or incident, so it's called unconditional love. That is a pure love. This is the first principle, and it is the basis of the creation. Since it is a total acceptance and allowing, you need to understand this. If you do not accept and allow, nothing will come into your life, because it's a acceptance. You need to allow anything to come into your life. You need to remember this. Without your acceptance, without you allowing anything, it could be a bad situation or it could be a good situation, or it could be bad thing or good thing. You think it's a bad or good, but there is no bad or good. It's everything is experience. Everything is there to teach you some kind of lesson. You put your belief system and you compare with other situations, so you tag it or you categorize it as good or bad. Otherwise, if you take it everything is experience, and if you take it as everything is there to teach you, definitely you see miracles in your life. Let us see how this love is a basis for the creation. Okay, how creation happens out of the love, and why a lot of people is not able to create what they wanted. Why a lot of people lack of health, lack of good relationship. The reason they lack everything is because they don't have love. Let us see in detail how they lack love. Since a person is lack love for others, he lack love for himself. When you cannot love others, you cannot love yourself. Because when you cannot accept others, when you cannot accept totally others, you also cannot accept yourself totally. There is some aspect of yourself which you do not like or we do not accept. So that means when you lack love for others, you also lack love for yourself. When you lack love for yourself, you cannot accept, you cannot allow things to happen in your life. Since you are not allowing, nothing will come into your life, because first thing you need to allow anything to come into life. So that's why when you lack love, you lack in creation. Understand this? So love is nothing but total acceptance. Okay, when you accept everything and when you allow everything, so situations, people, health, wealth, everything will come into your life. So that is why the great people say you create your own reality. Not some of it, not most of it, all of it. Everything that is happening in your life, you are creating it. But why I'm creating a lot of bad situations? Why I'm not able to create a lot of money? Why I'm not able to create health and wealth? Why I'm going through a lot of suffering? That is because your thinking, your thoughts are not right. You don't know how to create a positive thought. Unconsciously or consciously, you are always thinking negative. You are always focusing on the problem. You are always focusing on what you lack. In order to create what you want, you just think of what you wanted. You just think of what you want to create. You just think of what you want to attract, nothing else. But what we do is, let's take a situation. You wanted a good job in a good company. That is your first thought. What is your second thought for most of people? Okay, I want a job in so and so company with so and so role, with so and so salary. That is your first thought. That is your desire. That you wanted, which is a great thing. Your second thought is you gather the negative thoughts. Oh, that company is a great company. I may not be qualified for that company. That role is very higher role. I may not be qualified for that. This is a negative thought. These negative thoughts mostly comes from our old incidents or our old belief system. You may get it from your past experiences or your parents or your past generations. All these wrong belief systems are unconsciously inside you. those unconscious beliefs create these negative thoughts. So because of that, you are not able to create what you wanted. But this is true. You create your reality. All of it. There is no doubt and there is no question. You just need to watch out your thoughts. This is how you need to think to create anything that in life. You just think what you wanted and work on it, and eventually whatever you desire, it will come into your life. This is we create your reality, because your thoughts has a lot of power. Remember this, my friend. We are a powerful being, an eternal soul. We are given unlimited power so that you can create anything on this planet. So we have unlimited power, but we always think we are worthless people. We always think, I cannot do it. Maybe this is not for me. It is inside you. You just have to go inside and listen to yourself. Most of the time, we look at others and we compare with them, and then we try to create what others have it. You may not need it, but you compare with others and you wanted to create it. Because since that is not your soul plan, or it is not your own desire, that creation will create a misery. That creation will create a pain in your life. If it is your own desire which is coming from inside you, that will give you pleasure and happiness. That leads you to a better being, and you eventually evolve into a better person. But what we do is we compare with others, we look at others, we look at our surroundings and try to create what others have it, even though you don't need it. That's our belief system, and that's why we are working. So the first principle is the love, total acceptance. So what is the key here? How do I have more love in my life? The key for creating a love in your life is allow everything into your life. Then miracles happen. I want to tell you a story from Mahabharata about allowing and accepting. Even the blessing or the boon, if you do not accept it, it is because still holding there, because it is waiting to come into your life, but you are not allowing it, so it will create a pain for you. Because if you resist, it will persist, because it is trying to come into life, but you are trying to resist it, but it will be there. Since you are not allowing it, you are going to miss a lesson, that incident or situation that person is going to teach you. So let's look at the story from Mahabharata, the story of Karna. Kunti Mata prayed for Surya Bhagavan, the sun god. He appeared and he blessed her with a wonderful baby, and he is Karna. But Kunti was not married that time, so she could not take him. Because he is her baby, why she didn't take that baby? And it is a blessing from the God, and he is a great child. The reason she could not accept, the reason she could not allow him is her belief system. The wrong belief system, the social situations. What is the belief? The belief is you cannot have a baby without a marriage, because you are not married, so you are not allowed to have a baby. And the society will not accept you because you had a baby without a marriage. So she got afraid and she could not take him. But if you look at Karna is a great king, great warrior, and a great serviceman. In any dimension, Karna is a great person. He has all qualifications and qualities, become a great king just because the Kunti Mata did not accept him, did not allow him come into her life. He became abandoned child and he has to rise by others. And eventually what happened? That child brought a lot of suffering and pain into Kunti life because he ended up being on Duryodhana's side and he fought against Pandavas, who are the 5 children, 5 Pandavas. And he was killed by Arjuna at the end of it. Even the Arjuna is also son of Kunti and Karna is also son of Kunti. They ended up fighting each other and Karna was killed in the war. Imagine the situation if Karna was on Pandava's side. The Pandavas are more powerful and Karna might have become a big king because he has all qualities. Since Kunti did not accept him, she could not allow him. That led a great war and great misery and great pain. My dear friends, that's why you need to have a love, unconditional love. This is there in everybody's soul. Only reason we forgot is we are living with our mind, which is very limited. The mind doesn't have the complete picture. It is only for this present life. But we took many more lives before. It doesn't have a complete picture. The mind is created for a certain purpose because it wanted you to separate from the source so that you can become an individual and gather the experience and knowledge. But we are just living in that mind. We are thinking, I am the mind and body, which is totally wrong. So my dear friends, it is very important to realize that the love, the unconditional love within you, and see how your life becomes. Great, my dear friends. Let us move on to the second principle. The health and well-being is a natural state of any person and any being. The reason why we create illness and diseases is because of our beliefs, is because of our mass beliefs. And second reason we create illness and diseases is the fear for everything. And the third thing is we need to be mindful of what we are eating. Okay, look at your belief system, how it is. It could be individual person belief or thoughts. It could be mass people, group of people belief system or thoughts. And the fear, you have it. The fear which you have, fear for life, you have fear for tomorrow. You are really fearful of your survival. We all think that eventually we are going to get diseases. So why you will get a disease? Understand this. Everybody has health insurance. Everybody is saving money for medical expenses at the age of 60. That means you are inviting the diseases into your life. You are allowing the diseases into your life. That is our belief system. Our current belief system says that at the end of 60 or 50, everybody is going to get some kind of disease and some kind of sickness. So we are preparing for that. When you are with this kind of belief system, why diseases will not come into your life, my dear friend? Think this way: I am going to be healthy today and tomorrow and all the time, irrespective of the situation outside. Because health and well-being is our natural state. Then think that way. I am going to be healthy today, tomorrow and every day. till my last breath. Live with this thought and see what happens into your life. Because you should not think of the problem anytime. You should always think of the solution and how you want to be and what you want to be. When you think about disease or illness, because that became a subject, your thought power works on the disease, and that disease will start coming into your life. So we should never think about the problem. We should always think about what you wanted. You want a better health, so always think about better health. So look at this situation. A lot of people think that in a winter time or in a cold weather, when you go outside, people say, hey, don't go outside cold weather, or don't stay in the cold weather for a long time, you will catch a cold. Is it not a wrong belief system? Is it not a negative thought? Because you are saying that you are going to get a disease. So obviously, since you are saying you will get a cold, so obviously, you are inviting it. So it will come into your life. So what is the right way of thinking for this? Think this way. Why would I catch a cold? I will be healthy all the time. Whether it's cold or not, whether it's hot or cold, I will be healthy. Live with this thought and see what happens. So this is very important, to change your belief system, to change your thoughts. Every minute, every moment, observe your thoughts. What kind of thought you are generating? What kind of words you are speaking? Do they have positive thoughts? Do they have positive energy? Because in the current society, everybody starts speaking on the negative side of it. Because everything has a positive node and negative node. Everything has a positive and negative. There are two poles. Every person or every situation, everything you have it. What you pick is your choice. So think that health and well-being, your natural state, and you want to have it forever. Stop believing that you're gonna get some kind of disease, my dear friend. You are not gonna get it if you think and if you live with the right belief system. So what is the key to have a better health and well-being? The only key for health is forgiving. Think that whenever you get sick, whenever you are suffering, you have something to forgive. If you do not forgive somebody or some incident or some kind of situation, you are carrying that burden on you. It's unnecessary. So you just forgive and leave it there. If you do not forgive, my dear friend, you are not going to better health. That forgiving is also a natural state. It happened, it is a past, it is no more there. You are just carrying with your mind and with your thoughts. It is no more there actually. You need to remember that all the time. You need to be aware of it. So whenever you are missing the health or well-being, you need to remember that you are yet to forgive somebody or someone. And also last thing that I want to talk about for health and well-being is the food. That food that you take is what you are today. So if you eat a nice food or healthy food, you will be healthy. Otherwise, you end up being other side. My dear friends, and also the meditation will help you great for all principles. When you meditate, you get a lot of energy. Through that energy, you can realize these principles. Through that energy, you can have better awareness on every moment. Then your life become much easier, my dear friends. So everybody, please do meditate, and also do the experience of love and health and well-being. Put this into your experience. See, they both are inside you. It's just that you need to remember them, and you need to realize that they're always within us. Everything is within us, my dear friends. I want to say this again. We are a powerful being and eternal soul, given a unlimited power to create what you wanted on this earth. You can create love. You can get unlimited love inside you, and health and well-being. Please put your love into a practice and experience it. Experiencing the situation will lead you to a better spiritual growth. The books, the meditation, and the knowledge that you get from others is definitely help you, but it cannot compete with the experience that you go through. It is the capability of putting into it practice and experience will take you to your spiritual growth, my dear friends. So with that, we have seen 2 principles of creation. There are 2 more. We will see that in next video. We'll see you again in next video. Thank you all the great friends and masters. Please master these principles and make your life on earth much easier, better, and blissful, and have a better spiritual growth. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.